In today's teenage scenarios, when we counsel young children, primarily at the age of 17, 18, 19 kind of age group, we find that they are utterly confused. The prime reason is that parents try to push and inject to them everything that they feel appropriate, or anything and everything that they read in the newspapers, their friends, families, relatives have suggested, so on and so forth. It's so much important for us to understand that what is it that your son or daughter really likes or doing about. Now, yes, academics would be needed. Blindly, we cannot just say for the sake of saying that, okay, someone just can forgo academics and get into martial arts or playing sitar or harmonium or just go to do whatever they feel right. That doesn't work, at least in India. In India, some basics are required where they have to undergo the scenarios. Keeping in mind of that, try to understand that as your child passes out of the school, of course in school in Indian education system, you cannot pick and choose too many subjects, at least in most of the universities and the boards, at least especially the state boards and the central boards, barring a very handful of few which have just of late started off. So try to find out that what is it that your son or daughter really likes, and there is where you try to see if you can channelize that part of it. And this is what we have been rigorously training and teaching people. It's very important to ensure that they focus on things that they like to do. And as a parent, as a teacher, it's very equally important to ensure that you do not navigate the child to do everything. So for a child, they need to focus on what they can and do not allow them to get into what they can't. You don't need to speak to them on what they can't, because it may not be required as well. So let them focus on what they can, so that they try to germinate more and start excelling on what they can. Number two, very important parameter is that it's very important for these kind of children of age 19, 20, 18, or as a matter of fact, I would say for everyone, to spend their time with the right kind of people. If you do not spend time with the right kind of people and you spend time with the wrong kind of people who are demotivated, people who are lost in life, people who don't even know what to do, people who scroll up the Facebooks and Twitters and mobile television serials, so on and so forth, there is drastically something wrong with the kind of selection of people that you're doing to spend time with. Rather, as a young student, as a teenager, or as an adult, you must ensure that you spend more time with people who want to grow in life, people who are devoted to do online courses, online classes, people who read a lot of books, people who have mentality to grow in life, and not those who spend time in places which are not important, and thereby it's very important not to get sucked up with wrong things that would actually kill your time off. So first is that it is important to channelize the youngsters, the teenagers, the students into the right kind of direction. Second is that it's important to ensure that at this time they spend time with the right kind of people surrounding to them, so that they can actually get groomed and get into a proper budding in the right way. And very important, sometimes when students are not very, very sure as to know whether they can do or cannot do, they are a little tensed. It's a good idea as a parent, as a mentor, to say, hey, go ahead and do it, and you can do it. Give that pep to the students. Give that pep to your son or daughter. In fact, my son, who have just passed out his class 12 out from India, we are trying to expose to him such kind of scenarios where he have never been exposed earlier. Of course, I understand that he's scared, and he is at times unsure but it is equally important not to succumb to mediocrity and to build that scenario of true leader, true legendary, and for that you need to push your children up. That does not always guarantee you success, but it does guarantee you that you would be very close to success, and most of the times there are chances that you get success. And success is defined in multiple ways for multiple children, for multiple parents, but as a parent you need to give that motivation to your child that, hey, just don't worry, go ahead, do it. And you would see that your child would come up with flying colors, and you would later feel that, oh, it was the right decision that I had taken, irrespective of what your families have told you, what your friends have told you, and whatnot. So let the basics be clear, let them be away from the naysayers, let them focus on what their strengths are, and most important, let them be surrounded and groomed by the right kind of people, right kind of content, right kind of food, right kind of energy, right kind of positive vibration, and give a little amount of push to your children and see that they would definitely fly much high.